Titan Lifestyles every Friday. Check us out at 2 p.m.
What's up, guys? John here with Big Dru, Titan Lifestyle.
Big Dru, Titan Lifestyles Friday once again. This is Titan Lifestyles every Friday. Check us out at 2 p.m.
What's up, guys? John here with Big Dru, Titan Lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. Plus, if you guys have any other questions or anything you guys want to throw out there and want to know about, we're all here for you guys.
Big
So-
announcement for NYC too.
Oh, yeah,
Big
for sure.
announcement for NYC.
All right. I am live on Instagram, brother.
We're live. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Boom, we're on.
All right, let's do it. What's up, guys? John here, Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru.
What's up, guys? It's Big Dru. It's Titan Lifestyle. It's Friday, and it's every Friday at 2 p.m. We got great topics, and we also have great events like we do every week.
Absolutely.
Let's get right to it because you guys are going to have us cram with the questions. So.
Yeah, let's do it. So everybody's joining on Instagram right now. Sorry, guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulties again today. We're trying to get this thing right. We use the exact same software, technology every week, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, which sucks.
Yeah.
So we're trying to look for a really, really good restreaming app or program or software that we can utilize. So if you guys got any recommendations out there, if you already haven't used it, hey, man, throw them out. We're all ears, all right?
Pros and cons of all these updates.
Absolutely. Allison Burgess, what's going on? Big Irish and my dude. TJ, what's going on? Rubber Panther, what's up? All right, so let's get right into it. So at Titan Medical Center, guys, we have a lot of great therapies, right? So everybody wants to work on something usually, and they want to, improve on something. So a lot of people out there, they always think about, man, like, I just don't think the way I used to. I'm just, sometimes I stand on my words, or I don't know what I'm going to say, or I just lose track of what I'm going to say. Short-term memory loss, okay? This can happen for a lot of different reasons.
It's almost like diluted dementia.
Oh, it sucks, for sure. You know it, it's right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't say it or express it. So this is what NAD is really, really good for, with a lot of different health benefits, all right? So NAD will help cognitive thinking enhancement, improve brain function, actually repair brain cells on the cellular level, increase neurons in the brain, right? So
real quick, what is cognitive function? We always hear
Yes.
cognitive. A lot of people, they don't know what that
Yes.
means.
Yes.
Just a quick breakdown of what
Sure.
cognitive function is.
So brain function, that's
Right.
that's really what it is. It's improving brain function, all right? It's improving thinking. So cognitive enhancement means you're improving brain function and thinking at that point.
So mental clarity, guys. Anytime you hear
That's a great,
cognitive function,
Let's just use
helps
that.
with mental clarity.
Mental clarity, improved focus, right? So, it's great for a lot of different things that you could utilize it for, whether it's you're a student and you're studying for tests, or you got a job that you're studying for, exams or certifications with, right? Like doctors, or even, I get a lot of stockbrokers and stuff like that. They're doing Series 7 exams.
Car salesman would be a big one too.
Car salesman, whatever your job is, right? You want to improve on that and really focus in on what you're doing. Now this could, go for working out. It can go for, your job at home. It could go for just everyday improvement of being able to think clearly, right? And be able to be focused on things. Some people with ADD or ADHD, right? They can benefit from this tremendously. We have a lot of patients out there that don't want to take Ritalin and these medications out there, Adderall and stuff like that. One, because it's a controlled substance. Two, it can affect their bodies in negative side effects as well. So this is where a natural, better method comes into play and actually does it does what you need, okay? It helps you focus and doesn't give you any of the extra stimulation that you might need, because some people get jitters on Adderall and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say Adderall works, but it also, you can't eat on it, you can't sleep on it.
Right.
So, there's a lot of other stuff too. NAD, no problems.
No
You can
problems.
sleep, no problems. You can eat fine. It's not going to increase your appetite. You're pretty much going to be however you are now.
Absolutely. That's all it's going to do. All right, what's going on, Dwayne Day, my dude? What's up? Kicking rocks around. What's going on? Real life Zara. I see Hulk Squad's in the mix. What's going on, brother? How you guys doing out there? Allison Burgess is on here. We got Stacy. What up, Stacy? How you doing? Miss you. All right, Native Viking, Kyle W, Hovan Miller, and what's going on, guys? So NAD. So I use it every day. All right, I use probably about 100 milligrams to 140 milligrams daily. With the NAD, we have 1,000 milligram therapy packages. Now, people ask me, like, is that going to last me a month? Like, no, you can utilize it however you want. And what's the best dosage for it? That's the next question. Usually between 50 and 100 milligrams, somewhere in there is probably going to be your sweet spot. And that could be different for everybody.
Yeah, you guys don't want to take a bunch of it, too, because then you'll run out.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather take a recommended doses every day.
For sure.
Feel good than... A lot of people want to double up, but then they run out, and then 2 weeks, they're out of everything for 2 weeks.
For sure.
It's just not good.
Now, listen, if you're saying to yourself, all right, well, I don't want to take it every day, okay, that's fine too. But you can save it. Let's say you got something really, really important coming up. Then that's when you can take that extra dose, as long as you know that you're not going to be able to have it the full month. I mean, that's what some people do.
Plan it out. Don't just take it unless you really,
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it'll improve your quality of life, plus it will help with cellular regeneration. That's another big one. So NAD is in every living cell of the body, right? And it helps with natural energy too as well. So, but it's not a stimulant. It doesn't affect the nervous system as far as a stimulation like that.
I know I feel great on it. Like, I don't feel that, quote unquote pre-workout amped.
Yep.
But I just feel focused. I feel alert. I feel like my eyes are open. Like,
It
zone
is.
in on everything.
It's good.
It's good.
It's it's honestly that and ECAs, man. Like, those are like killer combinations because you'll get really revved up and then you'll be like ultra focused in the whole day.
Yeah, like if you guys are, if you guys are trainers doing online clients or whatever,
Yep.
take some NAD, you'll be zoned in.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
tunnel vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You'll be able to do your job a lot better.
You'll be able to
whatever it
sleep
is.
too. You're not going to be wired so you can't fall asleep. You're just going to be zoned out, ready to go.
That's the best thing. And they're using with dementia and Alzheimer's patients now. Like, there's studies with those patients, and at that point, they're using IV methods and intramuscular injection methods, and they're getting great feedback from these different treatments. So, it's one thing, and you might see it out there with just IVs. You can get an IV, and you can get a larger dose per se in the IV, but you can do it intramuscular too with a little baby insulin needle. Yeah. You can do it daily, so you can spread it out. You don't have to sit there for like an hour, or some of these places, they want 500 milligrams of NAD done over a 2 or 3 hour period. Like, do you guys really? I mean, we got a beautiful like medical suites back here that we do with our patients, but most of the places are not going to be like that. You're sitting in a chair or on a bus or whatever it is. You're next to people, and you got to sit there for 2 or 3 hours. It's just it's not a good thing.
I don't see the point in that. It sounds like someone's running up a bill because it doesn't take that long.
It doesn't.
As soon as the bag drains out,
yeah,
it doesn't take that long.
So they're slow dripping it. At that point, the other thing about NAD is this: the treatments out there. So obviously, I do my market research. I see what's going on out there, and some of these places for 500 milligrams are charging anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for these treatments. That's a little crazy, Even I'm like, wow. I'm like, these guys are really. It's serious. So for 1,000 milligram treatment from us, it's $275, and you can spread that out however you want to do it. So that's double what they're giving you in those bags, and you can use it however you want it. And even if you want an IV from us, $275, and you're going to get the 500 to 1,000 milligrams of NAD. So at that point, you guys are going to get a hell of a deal. It's going to be a lot of bang for the buck, and it's going to improve quality of life and improve brain capacity, brain thinking, mental clarity.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful word.
Mental clarity is the best way to go.
You definitely want to, enhance your thinking. You don't want to just have a strong body, but a strong mind that goes with it. Yeah. That's the best thing.
Otherwise, you're wired. You can't get stuff done.
Yeah.
A lot of time, my body will be too energized, but my mind's out of it.
Yeah.
Or my mind will be energized, but my body's out of it. So the NAD kind of gets everything going together.
It's nice, man, to be be in tune and be on the same page on both ends. Hawk Squad said, I really can't say enough about BBC TB500 Hercules Potion. That's awesome, man. So he's back from his injury. I think he's completely done and ready to rock and roll, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then obviously that Hercules Potion, man, we know about that. We just got the little training session before we came in here, so definitely got to use the Hercules, and it always works for me. Easy Zeke, what's going on? Shavu, what's going on? Sonic Boom, Shirt Shredders. My man, Big Irishman, throwing out the link there. All right, I'm still waiting for your reply about business proposal. So I guess I'll have to look at my DMs and see about a business proposal here, you guys. All right, hey guys, what's going on? I need to talk about many things. Okay, I'll look at my DMs after this. Easy Zeke. effing Beast Titan. I'll be joining the family pretty soon.
Nice.
Let's go. Come on, man. We want all you guys to be living this healthy lifestyle, getting to your goals, hitting them. Holding Outlaw, what's going on? All right. I know I won't see all the results and how much it's needed. Yes, definitely. All right. Man, we are on track. I need mental clarity, motivation, and the lack is intense. Doors Live, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? My dude, he's Team Titan all the way, too. All right, so Groupon. All right, LFG, my man. All right, I just got done with my last bottle, BPC 157. I'm back.
Nice.
Dude, that's awesome to hear,
that
man.
quick.
That's awesome to hear. So
I know his mind must be right, because when I get injured, it's
Yeah.
depressing because you're
is.
looking in the mirror, you want to work out, but
Yeah.
you can't. So
I know.
shout out to Dwayne Day.
You
Did
feel
it
like
the right
you're losing
way.
all of your like gains are like
Yeah.
you're like, man, like every day goes by, you're like,
Yeah, I
oh
keep
my
looking
god.
in the mirror and like, I look smaller. Here.
So Mark Byrne, what's going on? He said, what's in NAD? So NAD that's what it is. Look it up. NAD on Google. You can see exactly what it is and read about it. And all the benefits out there, all the health benefits that go along with it. Now, NAD is produced in the body naturally, but it starts like basically going away. Or I mean, if you're drinking or have an unhealthy lifestyle, eating habits, you're not active, you've got sick, you're around toxins in the air all the time, this could deplete NAD in the system. Also glutathione as well. These are two different things you want to look at. So when you start utilizing these and putting these back into the body, that's when you start really getting a lot of these different health benefits that we're talking about. And you'll notice right away, like especially with NAD, if you take the correct dose, you're going to feel it kick in. And at that point, ready to rock and roll. I mean, I always call it the limitless.
It's almost like your eyes slowly just open.
For sure. It's really, really good stuff.
You start thinking about stuff you have to do too. You start thinking about, oh, you have to do this, I have to clean this, I got to start working on this. So it's good to get stuff done, guys. So it's a lot easier with NAD.
So Jason Jordan asks, what do you guys have for weight loss? I'm pre-diabetic. Okay, so great question. Now, pre-diabetic, when you went to your general practitioner, you did a hemoglobin A1C, I would assume. I don't like to assume, but I'm assuming this because you said you're pre-diabetic. What was your number, one? And then did they want to put you on any medications right now? For us, what I would recommend is, our providers usually would say, this is just me telling what they would say, is basically Prometheus is a good one. So you're talking about metformin in it, which is a pre-diabetic drug, but it's only 100 milligrams. It's not 500 to 1,000, which they usually start a pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetic on right away. But this is in oral form. It's got Wellbutrin in it, so it's going to cut sugar cravings and these other hunger cravings that you may have. It's going to help out with digestion issues. That's one side effect of it, and it's going to help with glucose disposal. So what do I mean by that? I mean by you taking in sugar in the body, it's going to dispose of that sugar. So weight loss is just a natural side effect from taking these medications. That's what it does.
It's a good side effect to have if you want to lose weight.
For sure.
Also, AOD and ECA would be great for that
So
too.
he's right on the money with that.
AOD
so
and ECA would burn
AOD,
it right off.
Yeah, advanced obesity drug, 9604. They call it RAD 140 because it's 140 amino acid sequence. At that point, that is great for weight loss. And I don't know how many patients, and you can utilize some of these therapies together too as well to expedite the weight loss. And with losing the weight, and I don't know what your weight is now, but usually some people are overweight, right? If you can correct that, you might be able to go from pre-diabetic to no diabetic at all.
That's good. That'd be great.
And that's the goal.
Great. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's the goal. You don't want to take these medications if you don't need to. But if you need to, utilize them as a tool to try to get you out of that realm. And it's possible. But it's hard when you start getting into Western medicines and stuff like that, where you start taking one medication because you need to take it for something, and then it has negative side effects, so you have to take another medication.
Yeah, then you end up being the old guy with the tackle box full of pills.
For real.
And everyone's like, why are you taking all those pills? And then as soon as you stop taking them, you start feeling better.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. You don't want to get sucked into that per se.
Yeah.
Because usually those have negative side effects. That's one thing I could say about Tight Medical Center therapy. So, and not Prometheus, but like our Hercules and our Tight Complete and stuff like that. These are things that improve quality of life and improve daily functions. So it's not something that you're going to get negative side effects from, and you have to take something else that you're going to get negative side effects from. It's it's to improve. It's a performance enhancing. I mean, that's how I call it.
Yeah.
They're not all PEDs, but listen, if you're improving performance every day, that's a performance enhancing to me.
Also, if you're on any type of HRT and you're trying to lose weight, an astrazole or an anti-estrogen will also help you lose weight.
Yeah.
When the estrogen goes up, you're going to gain fat, you're going to gain water, you're going to have unwanted side effects. So if you're on HRT, people automatically assume HRT is for sex drive, for energy, for muscle gain, for even weight gain or muscle, lean muscle gain.
Yep.
But it could also be used for weight loss because when you take anti-estrogens like an astrazole, you'll actually get leaner. When I take an astrazole, I get leaner.
Yep.
My body gets tighter. I lose less water. When there's less estrogen in your body, you're producing less fat, so it kind of goes hand in hand with it. So that's another thing too. You could throw a little bit of HRT in there with some anastrozole will help as well.
Absolutely.
Everything helps. Everything helps to a certain extent.
Yeah.
The only thing I wouldn't recommend would be MK677
Yeah.
if you're trying to lose weight. If your diet's on point and you're a hard gainer and it takes forever to gain weight, maybe.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to lose weight, that's probably the only thing that Titan has that I would say to stay away from. Just because it's going to increase your appetite so much.
It is, and you're right on the money with that. That's what people tell me, and it can be advertised out there for leaning out, right?
Yeah.
And I guess anything can to a certain extent, but with this, like you said, when you increase that hunger hormone, that ghrelin hormone, you're going to want to eat. It is what it is.
Because on paper, it's going to look great. You're like, this is going to work. But when your appetite is like
out of this
almost
world.
uncontrollable, then you also have to look at, if you're the type of person you gain weight easy, then, if you're taking, if you're quote unquote skinny and you've been skinny your whole life and you're trying to gain weight, you've done everything you can't gain. You can't gain weight. I would recommend MK677 for lean gains because you're going to be lean anyways. If you're naturally overweight or if you're heavier, if you've carried a lot of water, or if you've quote unquote were a fat kid growing up, I would say stay away from it just because naturally people that are overweight, they have almost like a food addiction to a certain point. They oralize, they have a lot of oral things. So if they're not eating something, they'll be smoking a cigarette or they'll be eating candy or they'll something with oral. So I mean, if you're that type, I would say, but pretty much everything, even Hercules potion can actually help people gain weight. I mean, people lose weight.
Both.
Lose weight.
Lean
or gain. The carnitine in the Hercules will actually help you lean out as well. So a lot of times people are like pump. But I mean, the only thing I would say was the MK. But if you're a skinny guy or a skinny girl, you want to gain some weight and you've tried everything, you tried the nasty shakes, you tried the dirty fast food and whatever you can to get calories,
that's garbage.
One little capsule will make you lean and eat like a horse.
For sure. That is for sure.
Yeah. As soon as the summer's over, I'm jumping back on the MK. I can't wait. I'm going to be eating everything and lifting everything.
So the Native Viking said, someone was complaining to me about mental clarity. I know they take Adderall. Do you think that's what is affecting her memory, and will NAD help? Absolutely.
Let me just jump in real quick. A lot of times people, like Adderall is used for quote-unquote mental clarity to keep you focused. But think how you guys get when you don't eat. When you don't eat, your mind's all over the place. So naturally, even if you're not taking anything, if you don't eat all day, you're going to be kind of cloudy, this and that. So if you take Adderall, which is great because it's going to, keep you focused, give you energy, this and that, that's great. But after a certain time period, after about 4 or 5 hours, if you're not eating anything, and you go into this 6-hour period where it's like 2 meals missed, then you're going to be all over the place because you're going to have energy, and it's supposed to be given for mental clarity, but without the food, you're going to have no mental clarity. It's like if I go half the day without eating, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm hangry. I can't focus. As soon as I eat, it's like, okay, woosah, now I can figure everything out. Same thing. So if you're taking Adderall for mental clarity, but you're not eating, after those hours go on, then it's like you're driving a car with the gas light on, waiting for the smoke to appear, and you have a whole other problems.
For me, I have my own opinion on Adderall and stuff like that. I think it's overprescribed. I think it's abused.
Yeah, like
very
Ritalin. That's kind of like how Ritalin was when I was younger. Everybody was taking Ritalin and prescribed Ritalin.
Everybody's taking it for weight loss or they want to focus and stuff like that, and they don't really need it. Even some people, they say that need it, they don't need it. And what happens is with a lot of people is it overstimulates them if they don't need it. And they can't focus in because their mind is jittery.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place. And that
then
happens
after
a lot.
a few months or whatever, they don't take it.
They burn out.
Then they're addicted to having that awkward feeling.
Yep.
So then it's like, now you're too far in the hole.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then you think, I'm gaining weight because I got off this medication. No. That has nothing to do with it. So, here's the other thing about Adderall or ADHD or ADD. They're overprescribing it like crazy. That's one thing. The second thing is, how do we really check this? So how do you get prescribed Adderall? Right? People ask me.
Questionnaire.
If you walk in and you know the answers to all those questions, because it doesn't change.
All you have to do is study for your test.
Hey, that's it. People go in there, they write down the answers, they know the fucking answers.
Like, oh,
excuse my language.
If they say you're hungry, say this. If they say you're tired, say this.
Dude,
it's like a procedure.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. So, and what really irks me is it's not an adult. Okay, so an adult, they can make the decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I go into a pediatrician, and I don't complain to the pediatrician about Peter's Focus or any school or anything like that, and the first thing that physician says to me when he walks in, oh, so how's his focus? Even before he walks in the door, they hand my kid a clipboard with this questionnaire. Oh, he has to fill it out. You guys can't fill this out. What is that? Let me see. I'm the adult. He's 11 years old.
Yeah.
You know, and I see it. Oh, I know what this is. So at that point, like when the physician comes, oh, you know, because a lot of kids are dealing with COVID issues and all this, and you know, I'm like, so you guys are trying to really prescribe out all these medications for kids to get them hooked or get them, you know, abusing these drugs at that point, and it can mess them up. You know?
And the thing is, once it's kind of like once you enter middle school, you get the label. You're either an athlete, you're either a smoker, troublemaker. Yeah. Once you get that label, like a lot of these kids go to a doctor with their parents when they're young. Is all it takes is one doctor to say you have ADHD when the kid's like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. For the rest of their life, they won't get a second opinion.
That's it.
They won't get looked at again. They'll just be like, oh, I have ADHD. I have ADHD. So every time they have a conversation where it has to do with memory loss or focus, oh, I have ADHD. And then they're just stuck, and they think they need that, you know, because they've been diagnosed or misdiagnosed from when they were young.
Some of those kids need a swift kick to the ass or a hand across their ass.
All these medications and all this, like,
I mean, dude, if you walk out in the environment today, and I know it was a lot different when me and you grew up, you respected people that were older than you. Okay, if you liked them, didn't like them, you were a certain way in public. You know, there was always the people that they would act out. And you're like, dude, that's everywhere nowadays. Like, if you walk in anywhere, I don't care if it's Walmart, Target, Publix, anywhere I go, man, I see it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, this is the generation that's going to be taking care of us.
A lot of mental health issues going on lately.
Big time.
Whether it's on the news, you hear about crazy people, you hear about people that have never had problems with the law or never had any type of violence, and all of a sudden they one day just decide to kill their whole family and do something crazy. It's on the news. Mental health, all these, you know, misdiagnosed stuff and filling kids with drugs at a certain age and numbing their mind. It's not good.
Hawk Squad, they said the negative side effects of Titan is when you stop using Titan, you know the difference, and that's a negative.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 100% true.
Exactly. Like if I go into the gym and I forgot to take my Hercules, it's in my head the whole workout.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, and I've done the Pepsi challenge with some of these different things. I know some patients have too, you know, and when you're used to taking it every day, you're like, oh, this is normal. And they're like, well, I don't really need that. And or they'll say that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, no problem, man. I was like, you know, don't take it. I'm like, see how it feels. They'll come back to me usually in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month or two. And they're like, yeah, like, you were right. Like, I don't feel as good as I used to for sure. I definitely want to get on one of these therapies again. So, I mean, you guys, don't take it for granted.
Stick with the protocol.
Stick with the protocol if you guys can, for sure. Because it's definitely going to help you guys out every day in and day out. Brenda Villacorta, what's going on? J Jet Cell, what's going on? SJ Fitness, Scott's in there. What's up, brother?
Another thing, what I was just saying, stick with the protocol. If you guys miss a dose of whatever type of therapies, or if it's HRT, your blood and levels can go off track quick, but it takes a while for them to get going back to where they should be. So if you're taking something every day, you should be taking it every day. Or if you're taking your HRT, whether it's once a week, twice a week, one missed dose or a week missed dose, it'll bring your blood levels out of whack. It takes longer than that to get them back.
Yep.
So it's like you have to just stay on it.
Absolutely.
Because once you go far in the hole, not only that, you probably doubled up on a dose, so you don't have any left. But you don't know how, just like John was saying, you don't know how good you feel until you feel bad.
That's right. Until it's
gone. Like even right now, I could feel great, but I could even feel better. I don't know until I've been there.
That's right.
You don't miss your doses, guys.
Don't do that, for sure. So Big Irishman said, thanks to MK, I no longer fit in XL shirts, double X or triple X. Boy, I love getting big. I love it. That's awesome, dude.
How are the gains?
Yes.
How was the weight?
Luke's gain. So this was funny. I was going to bring this one up anyway. Dwayne Day said, I love the Hercules potion. And I wouldn't recommend this, but Dwayne does it. I put it in my abs 3 days in a row. I love the pump. That is serious.
I still have to try that. I still haven't tried it yet.
I mean, you know, he brought this up before, right? And like I do a lot of subcutaneous shots in the abdominal area. And I'm pretty lean to a certain extent. And, you know, I've got abs. And at that point, like, sometimes I'll go a little bit too in, I guess, and then a little bit too deep at the 45-degree angle, and I'll hit into my abs. And I'll feel it.
It'll be swollen up.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it. It's like, oh, and I've got some bruises from it sometimes and stuff like that. So, you know, doing Hercules potion, I mean, I got to try it. All right, I got to try this because you're doing it, so I got to try it and see how it really feels.
Yeah.
Now, are you hitting, like, 6 different abs? So when you're doing it, are you
like, are you going?
Like,
are you going straight in? Are you going
yeah,
straight in from the top?
Yeah. Are you going 90 degrees, like straight in, or are you doing a 45-degree angle and going into the?
And
let
how
us
much?
know.
And how much are you doing too?
Yeah, how much are you doing per ab?
Per injection.
Per ab. So if it's 6 abs, right? How much are you doing per ab? Is
yeah, you're doing half a ml or 3 mLs or
30 units, like
1
20
ml in
units?
each.
What are you doing?
I need to figure out how much you're doing.
All right, Scott said, doing great. BBC coming in today. I'll keep you posted on the results. Wrist wraps trick work well is alleviating. Awesome.
Nice.
So this was a good one. So Scott, you know, he came in and he said, like, you know, basically, you know, to his forearm, it looked like he had some tennis elbow, right?
Yeah.
And tennis elbow is, you know, when you're doing pull down, like triceps areas, even biceps to a certain extent. But it's called tennis elbow because usually when they're swinging out, tennis players, they'll get this problem. The issue is this. It's really your grip and your wrist. So I used to get it
Pinky there.
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. It's, you know, muscles runs up. So the good thing is if you get one of those squeezers, you'll build your grip and you'll build your forearms, which will help alleviate that. The other trick is this. Use wraps. Yeah. If you use wraps, you'll never get tennis elbow again. Now, golf elbow's under here. Tennis elbow's right here.
Another thing, too, is if you guys get some elbow sleeves, and I don't mean like the cheap infomercial Brett Favre ones that's like not even
Little
thick.
copper?
Yeah, like a real thick, and it's not so much for the support, it's for the warmth.
Yeah.
So if you like a thick compression
everything
sleeve,
tight, yeah.
you might have to fold it to pull it up. It takes a second to get it on, but once it's on there. Works good like a wrap too. A wrap's good if you're going real heavy, but one thing I realized with a wrap is you're wrapping around and round, so when you bend the joint, it kind of bunches up, and it can be a little bit too tight sometimes. You could undo it, but just if you get knee sleeves, you can wear knee sleeves on your elbows or whatever, just get those and put them on. Once they're on there, it's going to keep everything warm, keep everything compressed. Because warmth is the main thing. When I get cold, everything starts hurting.
Of course.
That's why you guys always see me in sweatshirts.
You got to warm up.
Yeah,
That's where that saying comes from.
Wraps help a big deal. You just got to find the right ones that fit right. You don't want it too tight because it's cutting out blood. You want it too loose. Ones that it's comfortable, you can be on, where you don't have to keep adjusting it and moving. They work wonders too.
Absolutely. These are just some tips and tricks, guys. You know, we went through this a lot. So, IB Pro, Lariana, what's going on? How you guys doing out there? Richie the Bull, we must evolve TV. What's going on? That's a pretty cool name, I guess. IB Pro Neil, what's going on? Muscle Mayhem, what's up? All right, so the BPC. So what we want to do with BPC is this. If you have tennis elbow or golf elbow, you can utilize BPC and it works wonders. I'm telling you. So he's got this issue right now and it's helped alleviate some of the pain, but we want to get him past that and get him healed. So at that point, I've used it, BPC 157, and this is now it's like, 3 years ago when it first came out, like when we could get it from U.S. licensed pharmacy and prescribed to patients. And at that point, like I had to be a believer. And at that, I had a golf elbow and tennis elbow in the same arm, and I had a shoulder issue in the same arm, my right one, which I have a really big issue with now. And when I took this stuff, I'm telling you, man, and I had to put it to the test because I'm not going to believe something. Oh, it's a Wolverine healing, whatever. Let me use it. Let's see if it works. And it definitely worked. It was like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks. And, man, I documented all of it through video and stuff like that. Like, you'll see me in some of the older videos where I have one of those sleeves on my arm. Yeah. Because it just hurt. It's like debilitating. Like it would hurt me like driving to work, and you put your arm like your arm like right. I don't know what this is like. Your little thing right here.
I get like weird tweaks, not in the gym, like if I'm grabbing a case of water out of the car. Yeah. Like because I'm not warm, it's like an awkward lift. Or if I'm holding stuff, you know how we do. We got to carry everything in one trip. Everything. So I have like a case of water in this hand. I have the bags across my arm over here. I have another case of water, keys dangling out my mouth. That's how I feel everything.
Absolutely. This is what it is. So Really, really good stuff here. All right, so let's talk about. I'm doing a milliliter and a half throughout 6 abs to 1 ml and a half for 6 abs.
So if you're doing a milliliter and a half for 6 abs, you're doing 0.25 times 6 will be 150. So yeah, you're doing 0.25.
So 25 units per ab. Okay.
Nice.
This is awesome.
I'm gonna try it. I'm trying it, Dwayne.
Well, I'm gonna utilize this. I gotta make sure I ain't doing anything and taking my shirt off.
I might do it tomorrow.
Just in case I got bruising in all my abs.
Just lay out in the sun and make it dark. You won't see the bruise.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, maybe I'll do this on a video and go live.
Do it.
Or like a recorded video, because I've done it with BBC and TV500. If you guys are looking for a tutorial video out there, my Instagram just went down. If you guys are looking for that, like how to inject in some of these different spots, I have the video tutorial on our YouTube page. Just search Type Medical Center, and it'll be on there in the instruction videos. You guys can look that up, so it'll definitely help. But
rear delts is great too for Hercules. I don't hear a lot of people talk about rear delts, like actually in the back. You have to have some
back there.
You have to have someone do it, but rear delts is good because the muscle is big enough, and it just, real delt. You don't want to go in the same exact spot. A lot of guys use. If they have a tattoo, they go off of they look at a spot
like a landmark.
Tattoo. Yeah, they look at okay, I'm gonna do it right here where the H is,
Yep.
and they keep going the same spot. Then you have a scar tissue. So move it around a little bit. Don't just go in the same hole every day.
Of course, my Instagram goes down, tablet goes down at that point because it's doing the update right now. Can you believe that? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Apple.
New update. You can unlock your phone with your Apple Watch now with your mask on.
Oh, that's awesome. About
There's
time.
New emojis too. Like they changed the emojis. Like the couples, you could actually change your complexions and emojis.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing though.
What?
The damn mask thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going
now
to
it's
be
what's going to be here to stay.
A security type thing. I don't know. I haven't used it yet.
I mean, it's good they did that, but it's like, all right. So how long are we going to wear the damn mask? Especially with everybody getting vaccinated out there, or everybody's already caught it. Like, all right. So
well, the new update will probably just take it off if they don't.
I hope so. I hope so. They'll probably leave it on because people are going to be like maskers forever. And some of them. I still see a lot of people, and these guys are Uber drivers, or maybe they are. I don't know, but they're wearing the mask in the car.
Yeah. See, the thing is, if I don't know, I'm not a really fan of a mask. I mean, I wear them if it's a rule, just because we have to. But I think if I was an Uber driver, I'd probably wear one.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah, I would definitely, because you're in the car with the windows up.
I don't knock that.
It's like my pet peeve is when people sneeze in the car with the windows up.
Yeah.
I hate that. Or at least if you sneeze, crack the window, let some air out.
Yeah. For sure.
I hate that.
So Jason Jordan said, all right, definitely need help, right? He just got a girlfriend. He definitely needs this. Thank you. No problem. We're going to help you out. Make sure you're performing, looking good, and feeling good with the new girlfriend.
Nice.
All right, so 300 plus pounds.
So about 400, you say?
Okay. So
how tall are you, and do you have a goal weight?
All right. Age, too. That's the other thing. So, I mean, listen, even with this, you might want to blood test hormones and see where everything's at. Yeah. That's one of the foundations of everything, right? Because that can help in a lot of different areas. Now, if you want to start off, I'm telling you, Prometheus, the ECA stack, as long as, health is there, as far as, what's on your health, like your paperwork, to make sure there's no cardiovascular issues, nothing's out of check, like sugar levels or, like, triglycerides or through the roof or alert status. Those are some of the things that we'll look at through that with blood. But, just to start off, Prometheus or ECAs are probably good as long as your health history is good as far as that goes, and we'll definitely help.
AOD would probably be some good for someone like that too, because
for sure
that's designed for people obesity. It's an advanced obesity drug, so people that are obese, not just someone who's trying to lean out who's already lean. But I think that would be a big.
It'll be a game changer for sure, 100%.
It's almost like the more overweight you are, the better it's going to work with an AOD type thing. I mean, if you're already lean, you don't have body fat, it's not going to pull sub-Q water or anything like that.
No.
But in terms of actually getting the fat off of your body and making you feel better, definitely AOD.
It will help for sure. All right, so what I'm going to do is do this. I'm just going to get us on Instagram Live through here real quick.
Instagram.
Yeah. Bam. Okay. All right. So we're just going to do this like this. Sorry, guys. We got to get Instagram in. All those guys on here, they lost the feed. They're in there trying to interact with us, get some questions answered.
It's on the bottom stand.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, that's right. We can do it right here.
There you go. Right there.
Bam.
Let's move it that way.
Perfect.
This
Look
is
at that.
organic as it gets.
That works.
Look, we adapt on the fly, man. We ain't messing around here, Titan. So we want to always get somebody in. All right, so let's talk about some of the other things that we got for our topics today. The other one was, all right, so NYC is fully going to be open on July 1st.
Fully open July 1st. I mean, it's, again, like we always say, we're in Florida.
Long time coming.
We don't know what it's like to be shut down
No.
down here.
No.
And the crazy thing is, when I first heard about this, I was like, places are still shut down? Like, I'm literally immune to the fact that, like, I didn't even know places were still shut down.
I know.
I mean, I know the mask. Yeah, we know the mask. Certain businesses are still shut down. But I didn't know, like, there's still lockdown going on in the U.S. But
yeah, man,
the biggest city in
restrictions.
the U.S. is shut down. It's going to be open up July 1st. I don't know what's going to happen or how crazy it's going to be, but...
Well, we know this. Most of those people that have any kind of money or anything like has left NYC.
Yeah, they've come all to Florida.
They're all in Florida.
They've come all to
I'm
Florida.
telling you. I met so many New Yorkers, and I thought, there's snowbirds, and that's something that...
Yeah.
No, these people are like, no, we're here for good. We're not going back. I'm like, oh, wow. So we got a big influx of people from around the country, even California. We got a lot of people from Cali, too. So Florida is one of the biggest transition states. It's the most open state that's out there. I think, we've done pretty good as far as a state with COVID, as far as that goes. And without the restrictions, I mean, they've killed a lot of businesses, especially restaurants and stuff like that. Like, it's just insane. And to wear masks outside all the time and stuff like that, I think it's a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So thank God that
Fully
they're
open.
back up to our New York patients and stuff like that.
Now, anybody out in New York, what exactly is shut down? Because I know some of the gyms are open, some businesses are open. What's going to be the biggest thing to open back up July 1st? Because, again, I'm not up there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what's shut down. I don't know, how it's affecting you guys.
Is it going to be full capacity at July 1st, or are they still going to do restrictions?
Jason's in that state, actually.
Yeah, I said Queens in the house.
Queens.
It's funny, we were just talking about it, 41 in
5'9".
July. 5'9". All right, so listen, man. At 41 years old, 100%, even if you weren't overweight, I tell you to check your hormones right away. I mean, that's definitely what it is for sure, 100%. That's going to help, in a lot of different ways. And can actually help with blood sugars, with this too as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of upside. If there is some issues there and we can fix them and optimize them, it could change the game in a lot of different ways just by that. All right, so next one. FDA bans menthol cigarettes.
Why?
Because it's supposedly the impact on minorities.
The thing is with that, I could see that because me being a minority, when I was in middle school, high school, it was like Newports, pools. So if you go in the inner cities, you'll see Newport ads, So the thing is, they push that into the inner city on purpose to get everybody smoking, menthols.
Okay.
Like they promoted it like crazy. Like they put those menthol cigarettes in every urban neighborhood and blew it up.
Okay.
Kind of like there's liquor stores on every corner in the hood. Kind of like
True.
They put it there. They made black people want menthols because they promoted it so much. So now they're taking it away. I think there's something like fiberglass or something in the actual menthol.
Yes.
So if it's a safety thing and they need to take it out because it's more healthy, I understand. But if they're just doing it just to do, what are they going to take away? Blunts or something? There's plenty of other stuff that they use in the industry. Whether you're smoking marijuana, a lot of people in the inner city, they smoke out of a cigar, a blunt. They're going to get rid of that because they're saying that, but they're going to still have, paper wraps you could use.
This is what
I don't understand. The thing is, they're also going to get rid of flavored tobacco, like, flavored cigars or flavored... What is the point?
Think about this, right? So even we're talking about this chewing tobacco. Menthol chewing tobacco, right? And there's mint chewing tobacco out there, or menthol tasting chewing tobacco, which has fiberglass in it too, and it cuts in the gum, goes directly in the bloodstream, the nicotine, and that's why you feel like that, right? It's just crazy for me, right? Now I'm happy because anything that has nicotine or cigarettes, get it the hell out of here.
Yeah.
It's horrible for people's health. It's not. I don't think it's one race related. I think that certain brands might advertise to one race, to the other, right?
Yeah,
Their demographics, and that happens with everything out there. Whether it's your different soda pops, like Sprite, like they'll literally go after, you go after icons. And I think menthol's like
Travis Scott was Sprite and McDonald's.
Even LeBron.
Yeah,
Think about it,
yeah.
Is that healthy? No, it's not healthy. And they're directly advertising to that demographic. And think about this, like my dad smoked Reds, which are Marlboro Reds, for over 20 years. So at that point, like, they were going after the cowboy guy. And back in like the 50s and 60s, there was doctors saying it was healthy to smoke.
Yeah. I remember being a kid when I was young. There was like people would smoke inside, like everywhere.
Everywhere. My dad was driving in the car smoking inside, dude.
My football coach, when I played at Pop Warner, like would be smoking. He had an old school Suburban. He used to pick up all the kids for practice.
Yep.
He would be in the front seat smoking cigarettes.
Windows
like,
up.
with the windows up, and all of us got our equipment on, getting ready to go to practice.
Yeah.
All of our equipment would just smell like cigarettes, but we're just, like when you're a kid, everything smells like cigarettes.
Yes.
You go to your friend's house, his dad or his mom smoking,
Yep.
like everything just smells like cigarettes, like so much people used to it.
Yep.
Now, the whole thing is like, I agree with the ban of the menthol because, you know, like what you said, the fiberglass, if it's a health thing,
Yeah.
why they even have to throw the race card in there?
That's
Why
what
they
I'm
even throw that?
saying.
Who cares? Like, I think everything is so race. I mean, they
Sensitive
know,
right
They know that's
now.
going to get the clout. They know if they say it's a black thing,
Yeah.
everyone's going to be watching it because the whole riots and the whole police stuff going on. So now everything is just, oh, you know, it's a race thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're here talking about it.
For sure.
So obviously it worked. It drew attention to it.
It definitely
But
drew,
I mean,
definitely
yeah, all
drew
that
attention to it.
fiberglass in your lungs, and I'll get rid of
No,
it.
yeah. I mean, get rid of all the cigarettes.
But why are they going to get rid of flavored
That makes
tobacco?
no sense.
I understand if it's menthol because it's fiberglass, like what you say, gets in your.
Right.
But if it's a flavor,
Right.
like, I don't understand. What's the point of it?
I don't understand that.
And I don't even smoke, like, I don't even smoke cigarettes or, you know, smoke flavored cigarettes or whatever. And I still think
Vapes
it's
or
the-
anything
yeah.
like that. Like, it's crazy, guys. It's
The
like,
thing is, people could just make their own.
of course.
I mean, if they're
that's
gonna
even worse.
If they ban menthol cigarettes, what they're going to do is, you didn't hear this from me. And I'm not saying to do this, but I'm just saying, I mean, if you want to make it yourself, you can. All they have to do is make a fluid
Yep.
that is minty flavor. You know, like the people
Spray
take
it
the
on
cigarettes
tobacco,
and
roll the fucking leaves up.
take the cigarettes and put it in embalming fluid, like to make people crazy. All they'll do is just get a mint, or all they'll do is just roll your own cigarettes.
That's what I'm saying.
You can go buy mint, you know, powder for flavor, and you roll your own cigarettes to give it a mint flavor.
Think about how many things have menthol in them. I mean, think of the creams, like the bio freezes, or
Are they
something.
getting rid of all that?
No, but I'm
Just
saying, like,
yeah.
you know, I mean, you can
Yeah.
get some of that. Listen, if somebody wanted to do it like black market or something, I mean, they're gonna spray down the tobacco with some of these different things that have menthol in them, roll them up and sell them to people, or people
See,
can make their own.
I could see Marlboro jumping on this and making a pack called Marlboro Mints.
Oh my god!
They could have the pack be. They could listen. It could call Marlboro Mint, and the pack will be a light green. It'll have a mint flavor,
Yes.
but it won't have the the fiberglass to cut into you.
Yeah.
So let's still have the flavor of mint. I can understand get rid of menthol, but flavor. People that have been smoking the same cigarettes for 20 years,
They're gonna be upset.
and they need that minty flavor. Why not just make mint flavored cigarettes that aren't menthol?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
We'll see.
You have mouthwash in your mouth as you're smoking a cigarette.
That's what I'm
trying to get-
saying. Say about 85% of African Americans who smoke use menthols.
I see it. Yeah,
More than a
I
third of
see
U.S.
it.
cigarettes volume is menthol flavored. That's a third. That's 33%, like, or more,
Yeah.
33.3%. So at that point, like, that's a lot of the cigarettes. So good, get rid of this stuff, because it's gonna help a lot of different people out there. Because I've seen whites, I've seen blacks. I mean, even back in the day, like Tupac used to smoke menthols. Like, I mean, that, you know, like,
Everybody, like all,
you know, like that's what the thing was. And usually people, like, whoever their idol is, like, they want to idolize that person, like, and they do what they do. That's why even nowadays, like, you have these big influencers like Travis Scott. He gets a McDonald's meal. Now everybody's going to McDonald's and wants Travis Scott's McDonald's meal because he's endorsing it. So, you know, that's just what it is. I mean, a lot of these companies were paying big movies to put the product in there. People smoking. People see that these cool people are
Yeah,
smoking.
there's no more cigarette commercials. There's no more.
None.
Like, I mean,
You know, you don't even hardly see it in movies now. You might see it here or there, but it's not the everyday thing. And I'm glad, because I don't like to go in restaurants. And I used to remember sitting in restaurants where they had smoking section, non-smoking section, and it still smelled like smoke. You know, so at that point,
yeah, because there's no wall, there's no window. It's just like, okay,
the
it's
worst.
kind of like the mask thing. When you stand up, you got to put a mask on, but when you sit down, even if your feet, my feet are in the same spot.
Yep.
So if my feet don't move, if I stand up, I got to put a mask. But if I sit down, my feet are literally in the same spot. It's
Right.
kind of like the same thing.
it makes no sense.
Makes
No
sense
sense.
at all.
Makes no
None.
sense. All right, so the next one, man has to pay $12 million for burning the police station to the ground. So burning Minneapolis police station after George Floyd's murder. Obviously, George Floyd's murder was horrible, and that should never happen. And that guy, I think justice was served to that guy. He's going to jail for a long, long time.
When I first read this, I mean, yeah, he had to pay $12 million, this and that, but what I thought was, progress or finally, just the caption, if you read it, after George Floyd's murder. So now they're calling it George Floyd's murder. They're not saying the death of George Floyd.
Right.
Before this guy was charged and all this, they were saying the death. Right. I like the fact that they're saying George Floyd's murder.
It was a murder.
It was.
For
now
sure.
they're calling it murder.
It was a murder.
But aside from that, $12 million.
Yeah.
I mean, even if the police station was worth twice that, and even if it cost all this stuff, the guy's in jail. He's not going to be able to pay $12 million. Why would you make him pay $12 million? I think just like what you were saying before, Floyd's family may have got twice that.
They got
$27 million. So you're asking for almost half the price that the family got because you vandalized or destroyed a police station. To me, it doesn't make sense. Maybe like $1 million or $2 million, but it's never going to get paid.
It never will get paid.
It'll never get paid. Put it on his tab. I mean,
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's crazy. But to think of how many lives he affected, I mean, what if someone needed the police that day? So it's not just about the physical building being destroyed. Okay, it's going to cost money to build this back up. If you destroy the police station, there's no dispatch. These people can't call. They can't get help.
Right.
There could have been an old lady that needed, her medicine that didn't get dispatched or whatever.
Right.
So it could have caused other deaths that we don't know about because they were never really there. But $12 million, come on, that's
a lot.
ridiculous.
It's a lot of money.
It's never going to get paid.
Never get paid. Usually things like this have the judgment, and at that point, those people carry judgments on them, and those people usually never pay those judgments off.
Put it on the tab.
It'll garnish their wages if they go to try to work somewhere, and if you're already in jail, then you have to find a job when you get out, and then at that point, they will start garnishing some of the wages. But then
again, if they guard, what are they going to guard his wages till he's 400 years old?
They'll try. They'll try, but you'll never get it. It just will never happen. So they won't even see a third of that money. Yeah. Never, ever, ever. It is what it is.
I think there's another way they could have done it. I mean, I don't know.
I would just, I don't know, man. With something like this, like make them do community service, like for a long time. I just don't know.
I mean, I agree. It needs to be penalized. And
for
needs
sure.
To be some type of
for sure
disciplinary action. But 12, come on, that's like a whole nother. I mean,
that's a whole police station.
It's a whole police station. What, he's going to get out and rob someone to get $12 million and have another? I mean,
he's never going to have the money for sure.
Too much.
All right, guys. Next one, and this one I'm looking forward to. Mike Tyson reveals fight with him and Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis is official.
Ooh.
This is gonna be a good one.
I haven't seen Lennox Lewis if he's in shape or not in a while. I know Tyson's on point, but
yeah, he's definitely back into it. So this is gonna be really, really cool. I mean, if you guys don't know who these fighters are, then look them up because these guys are really, really. They were the top of their sport. They were both world champions, right? So at that point, like it's gonna be really, really good. These guys were heavyweights, both of them.
I think Lewis may have an advantage at this age because he has so much height, so much reach. Lennox Lewis is like 6'4", 6'5", long arms. Tyson's short with short arms.
He's like a
so if he doesn't have that speed where he can just come in quick, he has to rely on. I mean, Lennox can just slip, jab, slip, and have that reach on him. But then again, Tyson's a beast. It's going to be a good fight.
It's going to be good. I mean, I'm just excited to see some of these. But
when is it?
The exact date on there, I don't even know. Real quick,
May 29th.
May 29th in Miami. So it's coming up soon. All right, so May 29th, Miami. This is going to be really, really awesome. And man, I'll even see about maybe possibly getting some tickets to go down there. I mean, that's Memorial Day weekend, right? Something around there. Damn. All right, well.
No, that's not it. It's in September. That was the one for. That was the one
September.
For Holyfield.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. All right, so September.
Oh, okay.
See it?
Whoa. Okay, so that's gonna be all right. September, and then
Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul got an official date. Wow.
Yep. They're going to be doing their
Paul,
thing.
Man, he needs to get rocked.
I can't believe it.
A fighter.
His brother just rocked that other dude too. Was a UFC fighter. He's beat him in the ring, dude.
But was he a real UFC fighter?
Yes.
Or was he just like
he was a real deal UFC fighter. He was like somebody popular. That's why they did the match.
I want to see it. I haven't seen any Logan Paul's fight yet.
Logan Paul did really well against Nate Robinson. Who
I saw when Nate Robinson got knocked out because they played that all over.
That dude was getting clowned by his boys, dude.
But I didn't see the actual I don't know how Logan Paul moves. I don't know if he's actually
he's
doing it for attention or if he actually trains.
He's starting to get into it now.
I mean, he's got the money and the resources to be able to get good training and all that.
Man, I mean, listen, I'll be totally honest with you guys. So the other it was 3 weeks ago. We go out. We're taking one of the staff members out for their 21st birthday. Yeah, we have a person that just turned 21. I can't believe that. born in 2000. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so old.
Damn.
Right?
Damn.
I graduated in 1999. You were born in 2000. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, so we take her out. We have this awesome, like, exclusive table, courtesy of Bar Howard. Thank you guys. And then they take me outside. They're like, hey, listen, you know, we got this big influencer, and there's no tables, and you guys, you know, obviously really good people, want to put them with you. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, who is it? Because I really don't want anybody else sitting with me. I don't care who the influencer is. It really doesn't matter to me. That does not matter to me at all. I don't get starstruck anymore at all. So they're like, yeah, it's this guy Logan Paul and Tfue. I'm like, who are these guys? It's like, I don't know who Logan Paul is, and I don't know who Tfue is. So Tfue is this big, like, you know, Twitch guy, you know, huge amount of followers, big deals he's made. Young kid, great guy. He was really, really cool. But Logan Paul, right? I'm like, well, I don't know who Logan Paul is. Or like, all right, we'll look him up. Like, he just had a big fight against that Nate Robinson guy. I was like, yeah, I remember that, I guess.
Yeah, like 1 billion views on YouTube.
So he comes in, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, and the dude is like, I'll be honest with you, you know, he's very lean. You know, he's got some lean muscle mass. But I wouldn't expect him, and I don't know, I wouldn't expect him to be a boxer and be able to go in the ring against some of these guys. Yeah. So, you know, it was really cool. But he's getting into the training. So, you know, at that point, like he was telling me, he was like, you know, I'm really focused on what I'm doing now. And, you know, to give you some background on this guy's got tons of YouTube followers. Like, that's where he made his money, a lot of it.
He's on private jets flying all over the world. I saw one video, he brought like 20 of his friends on a private jet.
For real.
Got them all bottles and bought them all chains. And
I mean,
crazy.
You know, he just made like I think it was like $4 or $5 million off NFTs. So if you guys don't know what those are, check them out. But you know, that's just like art, digital art he made. And like he's making millions of dollars just on that, and then millions of dollars on YouTube and all that. So it's really, really cool. And this guy's doing big things. So big shout out to Logan Paul, and hopefully, you know, you beat Mayweather. That would be something, right?
That would be crazy.
That would be something, because Mayweather is no joke. And
where's the fight going to be at?
Miami.
Oh, that's good. That's
Miami.
Good.
So I might actually
I know Mayweather has a gym in St. Pete. I've seen his gym before.
Yeah. I'll talk to Logan Paul's manager and see if we can maybe get some tickets out.
That would be nice.
That would be pretty dope.
That'd be
pretty dope. So we'll see what's up. And if we do, I'll bring you guys the footage of us out there smiling and watching the ring. Oh, yeah. So it'd be pretty good.
That would be great.
It would be awesome. All right, guys. We're going to finish up here with upcoming events. So this weekend, we've got 2 events on this Saturday. One's going to be in Ocala at the Equestrian Center down there. It's Festivals of Speed. It's going to be awesome. It's a Kentucky Derby theme, obviously, because of Kentucky Derby. And then we have one here in Tampa at Bar Howard for the Kentucky Derby Soiree. Donna Crowley, Lux Fashion Group. We're obviously a sponsor of that. Love her and love everything they do. So it's going to be a really good
shout out to Donna
event.
Crowley. She always hooking everything up. Great
for
lady.
real, for real. We've been with her for years. Always great events. Quality crowd out there, and we always have a great time. So if you guys are in one of those areas, Ocala or here in Tampa, we've got something for you. Come out, join us, say hi, take a picture, and man, we'll have a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day too tomorrow. It's going to be like 82 and sunny with not too much humidity. So wherever event you guys go to, it's going to be perfect.
Gorgeous.
It's going to be a perfect day.
All right, and in 2 weeks, we've got 2 events on Saturday again. We've got New York Pro, which is here in Tampa. So it's right down the street from Titan Medical Center's headquarters. And then we have Tampa Bay Swim Week later on that night, which we're going to have some of our awesome designs in there, about 10 of them. I'll show you guys what Titan's all about. We're also going to have all this content. So if you guys aren't in Florida or you guys can't attend these events, don't worry. We got your back. We're going to cover it all the way through so you guys get the full first-person experience.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time, guys. I'm going to be on the runway. I get to model some of the Titan gear.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. It's going to be at Water. Water's a great place.
Yeah.
Shout out to Water, too.
Big
Water always takes care of us. We were there last week for a show. They always take good care of us.
We were out there for Tiesto, man, and it was really crazy because he hasn't been here in so long. And if you guys know, Tiesto is a huge international DJ. So, you know, we had the stage table. It was real nice. Nobody around us. We just got to chill with some of the Titan crew and family out there. So, really good time. Yeah. Great music. Good, fun, clean activity.
It was a perfect day, too. It was sunny. Everybody
was
vibe
awesome.
was good. No problems.
Yes.
I know other times we've gone out there, maybe, not like it's a fight, but, certain people get out of my area. We're not supposed to. Perfect day. And also, shout out to Rat Pack. Rat Pack did a great job.
Yep, they held it
Both
down.
their guys did a great job. I have a security background, so my eyes are always on a swivel. I'm always watching everything.
Right.
They did a great job. Every time, You know, John had to go someplace. They were on it. Even
on
at the end of the night, the way they approached the limo,
Yep.
the way they checked the limo before they got. I mean, everything. Shout out to Rap. They did a great job.
They did. They held it down, man. They did awesome out there because we had a stage shape out there. It was fenced out with like these gates, right? But you have every girl, guy like trying to rush the stage, trying to get on those tables. So they did a hell of a job holding it down. So big shout out to Water, big shout out to Rat Pack out there. We got a lot more events to do at Water, so it's going to be on. So get ready for all that content if you guys aren't able to join the events.
Yeah, it's going to be a jam-packed day. The morning show, Tampa Pro.
Yep.
Then there's also, we'll be at a little bit for the night show. Then we got to rush over to rip the runway.
Yeah, swim week,
Rip the
man.
runway, baby.
Show
I might
off
come
those
out the
Titan
shirt.
styles.
Actually, no, I might put the Hercules and the abs for the fashion show. Get them jumping.
There we
see
go.
what happens.
There we go. That'd be awesome.
I'll let you know, Dwayne Day.
And you might see the video.
Yeah.
So that's been a great show for Titan Lifestyle, guys. Make sure you guys keep it locked to our social media, Facebook, Instagram. Please share this stuff. Tag some people. Hit the tri-dots at the top. Make sure you're getting all the notifications for all these lives and all our great posts. Bring you guys great education and great content. Also, check out YouTube for all our great instructional videos, these videos, and much, much more. Just type in Titan Medical Center, hit the subscribe button, hit the all notification bell, and you guys will be rocking and rolling.
Also, guys, if you want to listen to us, if you're driving, cleaning the house, if you can't pay attention, we have the podcast. If you have an iPhone, just click the purple icon and podcast, type in Titan Lifestyle, everything will come up. And if you have an Android, you could also just Google Titan Podcast. You can get it from there too. You can listen to all of our stuff today. Mm-hmm. You can listen to past shows. You can cross-reference, listen back on stuff to see if you missed anything. But it's always there. We're always there for you guys. And if you missed the live shows here, you could always watch these again too.
That's right.
I've heard someone last week say, "Oh, I always want to watch the live show, but I miss it." All you gotta do is go to Titan Facebook and watch it again, or go to my page and watch it again.
That's it.
You could always watch this again if you can't make the live.
IGTVs.
Every week, 2 p.m. Titan Lifestyle.
2 p.m. See you guys next Friday.
Have a great weekend.
This is Titan Lifestyle.